South Carolina exclusive right to buy buyer agency contract is an agreement between a buyer and a real estate brokerage that grants the exclusive right to represent the buyer in the purchase of real estate. According to the new law, the brokerage cannot, will not, and shall not take anyone into a home unless and until you have a written agreement. Either it be a buyer agency agreement or transaction brokerage agreement. This contract outlines the duties and responsibilities of both the buyer and the broker and details the terms of the agency relationship. By signing this contract, the buyer agrees to work exclusively with the broker or agent when purchasing real estate. In return, the broker commits to using their expertise to help the buyer find a property, negotiate terms, and guide the transaction to completion. The contract specifies the start and end dates of the agreement. It also provides a price range of the properties and the approximate geographical area where the client has interest. It will outline the duties of the broker, which include searching for properties, setting up showings, providing market conditions and information, and advising on offers. The broker must act in the buyer's best interest, which means providing honest and informed advice, maintaining confidentiality, and disclosing relevant information. If the buyer purchases a property during the time, or sometimes even shortly after the agreement ends, the broker may be entitled to compensation. What are the buyer's obligations? The buyer agrees to work exclusively with the broker. This means they cannot approach other brokers to arrange showings, make offers, or negotiate terms during the term of the contract. The buyer must provide accurate information about their financial situation, needs, and property preference to enable the broker to assist effectively. Buyers also need to communicate with the broker if they are interested in a property, whether they find it through their own efforts or via the broker's assistance. The agreement details how the broker will be compensated. Typically, the broker earns a commission, which is based on a percentage of the purchase price paid at the closing of the sale. This is an exclusive agreement for both parties, and all negotiations of compensation are fully negotiable. Commission can be paid by the seller, the buyer, or a combination depending on the terms negotiated in some cases. If a purchase is completed and the seller does not cover the entirety of the broker's compensation, as is often the case in real estate transactions, the contract might require the buyer to pay the broker directly to ensure they are compensated for their services. The agreement also provides provisions for dual agency or designated agency that were discussed in the South Carolina Disclosure of Real Estate Brokerage Relationship video. The agreement can be terminated by either party. The buyer or broker can end the agreement if there is a breach of contract or both parties mutually agreed to part ways. Some contracts may include an early termination fee if the buyer wishes to cancel before the end. This is a brief overview of the document. The specifics in regard to commission structure will be discussed prior to signing. Of course, before signing, you will be able to ask questions and consult an attorney if you so desire. We appreciate that you have considered Klinger Real Estate to represent you in the purchase of your new home, and we look forward to working with you in the future.